That was a tough one. Battled back and forth. Guys left it all out on the field. And it was a tough result.
Coach, can you talk about the penalties and how it might have impacted the game?
Yeah, we had a number of them. Some physical penalties, some, offsides, if you will. Far too many. I want the guys to play physical this game, be aggressive. But whether it's roughing the passer or DPI, we had enough of them. There's a lot of penalties called this game. I think almost 260 yards worth between two teams. Certainly don't want to have as many penalties.
Brian, when you score 37 points in a game, how disappointed are you with your defense today?
Every game's different, Paul. I mean, last week it's 14-6 in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes left. This game is, back and forth. Score with 24 seconds left, kick off, and we knew Aubrey had a long kick, had a long leg, and try to play tight coverage, try to do some things rush-wise. They made some good plays. Just made one more play than we did at the end.
You guys spent a lot of the offseason and camp talking about the need to start fast, to be 0-2 after the first 2 games. I mean, just how do you process that?
I just say, this one hurts, Connor. These guys battled, man, for 60-plus minutes. So we'll, this one hurts. Put a lot into it.
How do you square Russell's excellent game with the interception at the end? Like, how do you evaluate it all?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a few plays. I thought he played well, made some plays, attacked certain things we wanted to attack. That 2nd and 3 kind of slipped out of his hand. That pushed us back there. Whether it was incomplete, not incomplete, obviously, they call it that way. And then that, deep shot kind of at the end. Communication, not a bad communication, just communication. Calf, I thought, called a good game. Again, this one's tough. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. These guys battled. Dallas battled. And came down to the end.
What did you think about it? Why do you think you were so successful on the deep balls today?
Good throws, good catches.
Is that sort of what you were hoping this offense would look like this season? Right, when you add Russell, you have some receivers that can get down the field. This is sort of what you, and even Wandale, you guys said all season we're going to throw the ball more to him downfield.
Yeah, I mean, explosive plays help, obviously. I know you guys know that. I think we hit a number of them in the past game today. Just, collectively, just a couple plays short. No excuses. But these guys, it's a tough game. It's a tough game, back and forth. And I know our guys, they gave everything they had, man.
What was the thought process on when you put Jackson in for those 3 plays?
Well, the one that we hit with Scat, we were just talking about on the sideline. We didn't have much going in the running game, a couple of plays here or there. That particular one, it's kind of 11-on-11 football with a read. It kind of sprung Scat. It was good blocking. So, he did a couple good jobs with the handoff. Then he kept one and slipped on the one. I think that was right before the 4th down, if I'm not mistaken. But that was the reason why.
When the game starts on that opening possession, obviously Hudson had a rough one.
Yeah.
Just go through the thought process. I mean, when you talk to him, was something going on?
No, he had a number of them. Yeah, no, he had a number of them. I just thought, let's put Bo in, settle it down a little bit, and then, just told Carm and James keep an eye on it. Again, it's not like he wants to go out there and commit these. Have these penalties, you get the one where the guy slipped and he hit him in the head. So just thought at that particular time, put Bo in after, I think it was 4 penalties or 3 penalties, whatever it was. That's the reason why.
Rook has said 4 penalties. That hadn't happened in one drive in like 100 years. Did you contemplate at that point taking him out during the drive?
We were moving the ball. Again, right off the game, it started out with a long return. probably 60 yards of field position there. We got a holding penalty. And we had a couple penalties on that opening drive. So he finished it out and went with Bo. But Hudson's a competitor. He's a competitive kid.
Tracy didn't start. We saw Cam get a lot more work. Just where are you standing with the running back room?
Just game by game. Dan, it depends on. I thought Scat was running hard. Got a lot of confidence in Tracy, and he did a good job on our kickoff returns. So we got 3 guys I think we can use, and if we think one's running pretty good or feeling it, we'll give it to him, and if not, we'll kind of use all 3 of them. But have confidence in all 3 of those guys. And he did a good job for us on a kickoff return today.
You mentioned several times, Brian, how much this one hurts. You guys put a lot
Yeah.
into it. How do you keep it from bleeding over?
Just get ready to play next week. I mean, you're going to hurt for 24 hours, that's for certain. These guys put a lot into it. They left everything they had on the field. Respect them a great deal for that. And it came up short. But you put a lot into it, coaches, players. You want to get the results that you hope for, and came up short. You let it sit for 24 hours, and you got to move on.
Did you think that your defensive aggression stayed throughout the game? Would you like to see you guys be more aggressive in the fourth quarter and overtime there?
Yeah, I thought we tried to play tight coverage. Mixed in a fair amount of stunts and games this week. Again, they made some plays against man-to-man coverage, sometimes doubled. Give them credit too. But our guys fought. Just came up short.
How much do the penalties bother a coach?
Well, I think there's kind of 2 types of penalties. There's jumping off sides and false starts, and then there's aggressive penalties. But I think you have to be smart, whether you're putting down on the ground. I don't think Hudson tried to hit that guy. He was kind of slipping, but we hit him. And, after the fact of hitting the quarterback late, again, we'll take a look at some of those and see what they are. But it's a lot of penalties that we had.
Is that something you need to address with them again? Or?
Yeah, you're always addressing things, but obviously that's too many. And we'll work to correct it.
What went into the decision to put Tracy on kickoff return?
I thought he would help us back there.
Obviously, Russell, there was a lot of talk this week. He was under a lot of criticism, people saying, getting near the end. How much do you think he silenced some of those critics that are out there this week?
Yeah, I don't really think Russ worries about that, to be honest with you. I think he's done this for so long. What's going to come with the territory of being a quarterback in this league. Was business as usual for him during the week. Was preparing and studying and doing all the things at practice. And, the other stuff that comes with it, I don't really think he focuses on that.
Do you anticipate using Dart a little bit more next week, or is it a game-by-game basis?
Yeah, we just got done with this one, so we'll see where we're at. Thanks, guys.
Cam, you had almost 50 yards rushing, including a touchdown, and it looked as though your energy and your force was a real spark at times every time you were able to kind of muscle into a defender. Is that kind of how you see it in terms of your role with this offense?
Yeah, whatever my role is, I'm going to do my best to execute it. 50 yards in my eyes is not enough, but, that's the way the game went, So we fought to the end. I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of the offensive line. They did a great job. They battled until the last second. And props to those guys. Props to Russ and the receivers. They did a great job on the edges, being able to open up things for me on the inside. So we had a hard fought battle right there. And they had a 65-yard field goal that they came up with. So that's a tough one. But we'll come back and play harder next week.
I don't know if you've ever been involved in a game such as this before. Seesaw battle, a lot of points, goes overtime. But how gut-wrenching is it to have to go through the ups and the downs right down to the very last play?
Yeah, I've been a part of some games. This was definitely one of the ones that was up and down the whole time. Up 3 points, down 4, up 3 points, down 4. And we just had to keep fighting, and we did that. And then they had a really good kicker with 20 seconds left. So we had that game in our hands, and 65-yard field goal is not easy. So props to him, props to the Cowboys. They played hard, but we get to play them again. So we'll be back at it.
You had over 500 yards of total offense. Is this an example to show people how explosive the Giants' offense can be?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we have athletes, we have players. You know, we're just like any other team. We have guys that can make plays. So, you know, coaches are going to keep putting us in great positions to do things right and be successful. So, we just got to keep following the role and keep following under the coach's lead and just keep fighting hard and battling.
Kevin, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Dru, how incredibly difficult is it to defend a team when you know their kicker has a robotic leg and can actually have a chance to make the 60-yard field goal like he did at the end of the fourth quarter?
You know, it just forces you to play tighter on the other side of the field. You know, you only got to give up like 20, 30 yards before he's in range. So it's all about being sticky in that part of the field and just trying to get him out his range.
A day of mixed bag, right? So many really good plays. Yourself had a bunch of pass breakups, and then, of course, there was some completions, too. I guess sometimes that's just the way football is.
I'm out there competing my ass off, man. Like, I'm breaking some up, I'm getting some, but we competing, man.
What is the emotion right now? Because this has got to be probably one of the toughest losses, I would think, even in your career.
Yeah, man, we had them, man. Like, it's just a couple plays, man, but of course I'm bummed about it, but we showed a lot today as a team.
So do you see something positive out of this that you can build off of, or is the gut punch just too much right now to kind of swallow?
No, I mean, if you look at this game, there's a lot of positive stuff that can come out of it. So we're keeping a bright narrative and just move forward next week.
How much does the explosiveness of the offense with over 500 yards and the points that they put up make you feel better even about that side of the ball moving forward?
They can do it. Like, they showed, and we've known they can do it. So they proved it today, and it's up to us, you know, to be better on defense.
Thank you, Dru.
No problem. Thank you.
With the 48-yard moon ball touchdown catch.
Which one?
The one before, with 25 seconds left.
Oh,
in regulation.
shit, Russ said go get it. I was like, bet.
You think you thought the game was over at that point?
Nah, I didn't think the game was over. I was telling everybody it wasn't over.
How much does this one hurt? Obviously, Daboll just told us this one stinks for you guys, but just how much does this one sting?
I think about this one a little long time. I mean, it hurts, but that's the games in the NFL. It's going to be like that. Next game.
Like, you guys spent so much time this offseason talking about fast starts, and then you need to get out of the gate pretty hot. To be 0-2 and 0-2 within the division after the first 2 weeks, how do you compartmentalize that?
Just figure out what we can get better on. I mean, it's a long season, like I said. We still got a lot of more games to go. Just 2 games in, we can still turn this thing around. We got more games to play.
What do you think coming out of that one? Just like, what's it feel like to walk off the field after you guys were so close and in and out?
I mean, everybody knows it hurts. I mean, there's nothing more to say. It hurts.
Can you breathe a sigh of relief as an offense because you were so explosive today, especially down the field in the passing game? Like, you don't get the result, but what you put on the field as a passing offense could be a good sign for what's to come.
Yeah, I mean, we could take good things we learned from this game, take the bad, try to switch it up. I mean, we had like 200 yards of penalties. I mean, can't do that. We kind of beat ourselves with that. I mean, we had a lot of our first drive coming out in the offense. We had like, 8 penalties to start the game off. So we don't got those 8 penalties. We got explosive plays. We in the red zone trying to get points. So that kind of really affected us early on in the game.
What do you think Russ showed people after a week in which a lot of folks wanted him to be sat down?
I mean, after one game, I think he shows resilient. You know, he's resilient. He knows his preparation. He's comfortable in there. He ain't look, to me, after that first game, he ain't look back. He stayed with the same mindset, stayed putting everybody up, staying in high hopes. So, I mean, he didn't do anything different that I didn't expect him to do. I mean, I know him. I've been watching him a long time. I mean, I think he threw for 400? So, I mean, I think James is getting on it for him doing that for the first time in his career in the NFL. So, I mean, I know that's what he's capable of. He's capable of more. And we just can just lead with him. I mean, follow behind him.
Thanks.
Wandale, the numbers say 8 catches, 142 yards, and a touchdown. That's career high in terms of your yardage. But ultimately, of course, the loss is what's going to stick with you, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, no doubt. I mean, even if with the numbers, there's still going to be some plays, I'm sure, when I go back and watch that film that I want back to still. So, but got to come out with W's.
I could only imagine the emotions that you guys had on the field. We saw the stadium ups and downs as the game was a seesaw. You get that touchdown with just a couple of minutes to go. If you can take me through what your stomach is like at that point.
At that point, you think we got it, and you got all the confidence in the world in the defense to go out there and get a stop and get us the ball back, and we can ice the game from there. But that was really exactly what was going through my head.
How hard is it to watch a kicker hit one from 64 like that to send a game to overtime?
It's tough, but obviously we knew coming into it that really about once they crossed the 50, they were pretty much in field goal range with that kicker. So hats off to him.
What does this prove to